Well, here I am again in this wonderful nature. This wonderful nature that God has created. Look at that. Look at all the wonderful trees, the park. Though the trees have not yet, I must say, the trees have not yet put on their summer thing, but summer is almost here. And it's now April. Wow. But today is April Fool's Day. That's what they call it. When I'm in Jamaica, it's something that we kind of keep up with. My brothers would always give me a joke or something to keep me fooled. And I would play for it. But I'm just saying, out here in nature. And normally, this is the park that I train. I would run and do stuff like that. So, oxygen is very important. That's one of the things that I try to make sure I get in my system as much as possible. Try to stay out of the house. If I really want to be healthy, since we are talking about being healthy every day, I got to be out here in nature doing things of nature, just walking in the sun, walking in the park, running, walking fast enough to get oxygen in my system, to get that lung really firing up. The harder you're breathing, the better it is, because that deep breathing is going to cause that oxygen to go deep and to expel like whatever carbon, what is it, dioxide that is in the lung that needs to go. What happens is that our body takes in oxygen, and that oxygen is filtered through the blood. So it first takes it in, and the blood can transport this oxygen to the lung. This lung is a master pump. It's really this master pump. I call it the master pump of the body. For me, the heart is not really the master pump. The master pump is going to be for me the the lung, and it is what is pumping. So it pumps my blood and it pushes it to all the different veins and in my body. Then it goes to the heart. And this heart, I call it a valve because it has so much valves inside there. It has one valve that has two places. I think they call that the bicuspid valve. And then they have another valve that I think it has two, but it goes up to the is that the aorta or something like that. So pulmonary, maybe that's the pulmonary valve, so it goes all the way up. And then the blood goes all throughout the body. So this is oxygenated blood that is circulating the body. It has a lot of oxygen. It is rich. And how much oxygen you take in determine how rich is that blood in terms of oxygen going around the body. And then when that blood circulates the body and is deprived of the nutrient, which is the oxygen at the moment, and let's say other nutrient that is available in the body that was break down through the intestines and passed into the system, is now deposited all around through in different cells. And then the cells are going to give off a waste, and this waste is carbon dioxide. This is what the body don't need. You have too much carbon dioxide, the body is going to die if this is what takes up the body. So the body is releasing this, and this goes back through the heart. So the heart is regulating this as that modifier, that place that it comes through. So it comes back in the heart, but it has no connection with the oxygenated blood that is passing through at the same time. It passed through on the other side where you have three valves. And this is what they call like a tricuspid valve. And then it goes up into maybe the aorta, something like that, and goes, or this may be the pulmonary vein. That's where it goes through. The first part was the aorta, something like that, but it goes through one of those valves. That's all I'm saying. And then it goes right back into the lung, and now the lung is going to replenish it. When they are trying to demonstrate this, like if you look in a book, they're going to show you the blood that is filled with oxygen is packed with, it's red. They will show you red. And when it has no oxygen, they will show you it as blue. So it is depleted of its oxygen, and it just goes back to the lung, and the cycle is all over again. So this cycle is not really a bad one for us not to know. But the thing about it is, we ought to understand that shouldn't we be in the house and just taking in that, I call it polluted air? Two people in a house, three, four, a whole lot of people in a house, one whole night, and you are breathing. Therefore, you have utilized most of the oxygen, if not all the oxygen that are in that room, and now everybody is breathing out CO2. This CO2 is toxic, and everybody is breathing that in. Some form of it is going back in the system. That is why it is best to open those windows when morning comes, as much throughout the day. Get some windscreen, door screen, whatever. And if you got to stay indoor, but the best thing is to go outdoor, as I am now in nature. Go outdoor, get as much sunshine, oxygen. You see, oxygen is out here. Right now, there is not 100% oxygen as it could be, because we are in the period of the spring has just started about a week or so ago, maybe 2 weeks. I don't know, the 21st of so yeah, about a week ago, and a little bit over a week, and now the trees are getting back their greenery. We have the flowering that just take place, so the flowers, and now the fruits are to come. So the fruits, the flowers come before the leaves, and while the leaves are coming, then the fruits come along with them. And this is basically how it is for most of the trees that we have. Not really all of them, but most of them, they flower first, and then the leaves come after, and then the fruits will come through those mature flower over time. So they are going to be sending off a lot of oxygen, and they are depending on us for our CO2. O2 being the oxygen, and then you have the carbon that is put on that. So you have carbon dioxide, CO2, and that's not something you really want to breathe in. So get out there as much as you can, and enjoy. They said that the sun will cause cancer to my body. That's not possible. That's impossible. Well, it could be possible when I was eating junk. If I eat junk, I cannot stay in the sun. I went to Jamaica and I was walking in the sun, and I had a lot of others with me that was walking around, and we were just walking for maybe about a mile or a little bit more, and they were stopping to go in the shade. To do what? Hide themselves from the sun. They had on clothes and I didn't. I just stand in the sun while they were resting, and they were like, man, how you do that? I'm like, I can do this because I run fruits through my body, so my body's always hydrated. I don't eat stuff that are dry and is depriving my body of water and stuff like that, I try to get as much as possible things that hydrates the body. I call it things that complements the body. That's what I want inside there. And this is one thing that complements my body, the sun. It is giving me nutrient. There are two things that I know give me the most nutrient on the planet. Number one, water. Now, scientists don't know what element is in the water, but I say it is complete. It has everything. God made it. It has everything for me. My body is made up of water, basically water. It's about 80% water. And also the sun, the energy from the sun. I'm getting a lot of nutrient from the sun. They just have one. They call it the vitamin D. That they know. I say I have all the other vitamins that they don't know about yet. So there's a whole lot of vitamins that 2 or 3 generations from now is going to discover. And that's long, maybe after. Maybe I will still be here eating fruits and vegetables. I don't think you can die. Live long as Moses and even long as Abraham. What was that? 147? Yeah. I wonder if Abraham was eating the meat. I don't think so, because Moses did not. And that's what caused those guys to live long. So out here in nature, just enjoying nature. And it's a great thing because it allows me not to feel mad or sad about anything. You see, right now, even though I'm talking on this medium, it's a form of meditation. I'm just one with God, just enjoying. God can speak to me. In nature, I can meditate and connect with God. So maybe I could go to the wilderness like Jesus did and do a fast so that I can connect with God. Everything in nature is always going to be good. So let's just be nature and enjoy life. Peace.